Everyone, how are you doing today? My name is Karina and welcome back to Ready Set Pan. Today we have a month's worth of empties, essentially calling this my October empties because as you guys know, I do not feature anything in this bag for my empties until it has been featured in its corresponding video. So although I have more empties, can't show them to you quite yet. However, this bag, as you guys can see, is getting pretty full. We've got nail polish, we've got skincare, body care, makeup, hair care. There's a lot of stuff in here, and I even have a bonus empty for you guys. Of course, we do calculate the full retail value of everything I've used up since my last empties video, which was 1 month ago. So of course, this is going to actually be a milestone video. So make sure you subscribe if you enjoy empties videos. And of course, let's just dive right into it. And we're going to kick it off with my bonus empty. Bonus empties are things like, tools, makeup sponges, things that you use that's more long-term-ish. It's not directly a product per se, or as in the case for today, it's a product that I tried, I have an opinion on, but I did not use up myself, which usually means my poor husband gets to use up all the things I don't like. But he's not picky at all with his skincare, which is great because I did not like this serum from The Ordinary. This is their Niacinamide 10% and Zinc 1%. That Zinc was my letter Z in Beauty A to Z. And this, I did not like this. This was very thick. And it irritated my skin. I used it twice, and my skin can go through anything. Like, it's pretty resilient. Like, going into retinols, no problem. This thing, though, did not like it. So my husband used it up. I think it took him about 1.5 months, 2 months, but he got it used up. And it makes me nervous for more of The Ordinary products. I do have another one in my collection. Not the niacinamide, it's a different one. Multi-complex or something. I'm a little bit nervous to try it, so we'll see what happens. But this guy, no go. Alright, let's kick it off with nail polish today. I have 2 empties to talk about that were featured in my project polish. The first one is like a full size, like we're talking a 14.7 milliliter bottle, so quite large. This is the Hansen Complete Salon Manicure in the shade, 811 Freesia Fancy. This was a nude. 2 coats generally I could do, sometimes 3. Very pretty, had a bit of like a pink shine shift kind of thing going on in here. But I would not repurchase this particular color because even though I really do enjoy Hansen and their Complete Salon manicures, and this was a pretty good color, it did dry more matte, which is not my personal preference in terms of what I like on my nails. Again, easy to fix with a top coat, or you could just get a different color, which is what I'm going to do. Of course, there on the back, we had my progress marks in my project polish. Then we had my Rebel by Reese in the shade. This color shouldn't be legal. I have no idea what the size of this one is, but it is on the smaller-ish side. Beautiful purple color, really enjoyed it. I went kind of slow on this one. I had it in as like a deeper option in the summertime, but got it done in the fall, and you can see through the bottle pretty decently, but gorgeous color. But this is a brand I wouldn't necessarily repurchase because this is like 15 Canadian dollars for this bottle, and I only get them because if you do through Just For You Day Spa, right, a manicure or pedicure, you get to take the bottle home with you, which makes it a little bit more affordable, which is great because those are expensive services. But the color, though, I really enjoyed the color. Let's move on to hair care next. So we got some samples that I used up. So you've seen this set before. This is Earth Tempo. This is their conditioning shampoo and balancing conditioner. So we got both of these used up. They're fine. These kind of hotel deluxe sizes are starting to pile up a little bit in the basement, so I wanted to get them used up. Again, they're decent. They're fine. I'm not going to go out of my way to get this brand. I don't even know where you would get this brand as a Canadian, but that's okay. We'll move on. Another set. This one is Fable and Maine. Their HoliRoots shampoo, gentle care for hydrated hair, and their conditioner, nourishing treat for silky soft hairs. We had 9 milliliters in each of these. I think I got 2 to 3 uses from each of these packets. They're fine. They're okay. I do not think they're worth the price tag. And that's all I've got for these. The L'Oreal, the Wonder Water. So this is something that's supposed to help combat frizz, which can be a problem for me. And this was in my shower forever because the directions do require you to use a lot. And I didn't really follow the directions, which may be part of the reason why the results I had was kind of whatever. I think it still did something, but I don't think this is going to be something I'm going to repurchase. I did already buy one of these like quite a long time ago, so I do have to work through that. But after that one, I don't think I'm going to buy it again. As you guys can see, you have all of these measurements, so 20 milliliters. So each of those 20 milliliters is one dose. The problem is, though, you're supposed to use this 2 to 3 times a week after you shampoo. And because I have thicker hair, I'm supposed to use 2 to 3. And because I have long hair, which is this long, I don't know. It's up in ponytail, hard to tell. But that would require an extra dose, which means I'd be using anywhere between 2 and 4. And if you do that twice a week, you know, that could get like... So that's why I didn't. As you guys can see from its Penny Cats and Dogs, I had this much left of it. I used it an additional 2 times to get it done. And yeah, it's done. I finally finished a dry shampoo. This is the Batiste original dry shampoo. As you guys can see, there's nothing. Ooh. Oh, and it just died. No more air is even coming out of it. I don't use dry shampoo a whole lot. I'm trying to be better at using it more when I need it. But generally, I'll just prefer to wash my hair. I buy a 2-pack of these from Costco, so that does limit my options because if I had the option, I wouldn't necessarily buy the original. But the original is fine. It works into my hair. Obviously, I have darker hair, and it does work in, so I don't have any white cast issues. But yeah. I've already repurchased a duo set of it, so this is my second one I've used up ever, but I don't even remember how long ago I've used up that previous one. It was long before my YouTube channel days. This has been going for 2 years maybe, so it takes me a very long time. Let's get into some skincare now. So I did finish up a cleanser. This was in my Beauty A to Z. For why? Because it is Youth to the People. This is their very famous, very popular kale and green tea spinach vitamin superfood cleanser. 1 fluid ounce, very generous sample size. And it is a good cleanser. Like, it feels like it's not stripping of the skin. It feels nice on the skin. It cleans everything off. Packaging's not great with a glass bottle like this, just dumping it out, but fine. It's not like that with the full size. But my problem is the scent. The kale, green tea, spinach. Yeah, I don't like any of those scents. I don't like any of those foods or drinks. So, if I don't like the scent, I can't. Like, obviously, I did use it up. It took me a while, and all of my Project Pan marks are gone, unfortunately, because, you know, this was in the shower. But, yeah, no. And I don't think I'd use another, if I got a sample of this again, I think I would just pass it on. Expensive items. So, expensive orange box, the Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta Universal Daily Peel. There are 3 treatments that were originally in here. And these are stupid expensive. And do I notice a difference? Not necessarily. I'm also not the best person to notice these differences. Like, it's going to really wow me to stand out because I am not the most observant person. This is supposed to help smooth fine lines, minimize the look of pores, and improve the appearance of uneven skin tone and texture. Does it do it? Maybe, but they're just so expensive. My very last single-use facial sheet mask. As you guys know, I'm not a big fan of them. They do tend to, like, they feel cold to put on. Like, I don't like being cold. And you have to really babysit them because they can kind of slide down, especially around the mouth area, I notice. And it's just not the most pleasant experience. I prefer my masks in pots, in squeezy tubes, in not this format. I also find them on the expensive side, especially this one, Dr. Jart. This was their clearing solution sheet mask. Did it do anything? I used it, it felt nice, but I got it done and moving on. And I'm so glad this was my last one. Again, if I happen to get additional sheet masks for the face, I may still choose to use them. But I just, not my preference at all. But another mask I did use up is this one from Bare Minerals, the Ageless Photo Age A Radiance Peel. This was a light pink color. It had a bit of a weirdish floral scent, but nothing too bad, and it was fine. These were my progress marks, so this is where I started. 1 month, got it done. And would I repurchase it? No, right? Because as you guys know, unless it really stands out to me, I'm probably not going to particularly recommend it or go out of my way to repurchase it. So that way, if I do recommend something, you know I really like it. And this, it was good. It was fine. Just, yeah, that's all I got for it. All right, let's get into a next category. So kind of like your skincare booster products. So starting off with the Vichy Mineral 89. This is their probiotic concentrate. How you use these kind of products, so you cleanse your face, and then you use this as like the first step before you go in with your toners, your serums, your moisturizers. And it should help improve all the things. 5 milliliter sample here. I think this is the second one I've used up. I like it. It's fine. But this is a step I don't think I need, at least in the point of my skincare journey. And they're kind of expensive. So, used it. On a similar line, we had this one from Mary Kay. This is their Clinical Solutions. This was their brightening version. So it had niacinamide in it. Now, from this Clinical Solutions line, I've tried now 2 of the 4 of them that they have, and I prefer the purple one, which I think is like their Reversatile Fine Lines one. Does it do a whole lot? I'm not sure. But this one with the niacinamide, the reason I struggled with this one, it's got a scent. It's got a something I don't like too much. Again, I got through the whole bottle, so it's not like it was too off-putting, but it's enough that I'm not going to buy this one again, even though this is probably the best one for my skin needs at this moment. But again, do I need this step? No, not really. This did last a long time though, so even though you're supposed to use like 6 to 7 drops to cover your face and neck, you're supposed to do it twice a day, but I only did it once because that's a lot of product. It lasted us still a very long time. It just kept going and going and going until it was finally done. You had this nice little dropper system to do it, but yeah, it's just... I used up a lot of serums, mainly thanks to my Project Sample Use It Up that I have going on. So let's start with this one from SVR. This was their, what is this? Ampule Lift 0.3% Pure Retinol. I think I got like 2 uses out of this, so I used it at night, which is when I tend to use my retinol products. And it was fine. Did I notice a big difference? No, not necessarily, but I use retinol basically every night. I loved this one, you guys. It's just so cute. Like, you legit, like, took the top off and poured it out. And packaging, I loved it. 1.5 milliliter sample. This kind of packaging, of course, is hard to control. So the first time I got a little bit too much out. Just like went really down the neck. So I got 2 uses out of this. I probably could have got 3 if I had better portion control, for lack of a better word. Now, this, of course, the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair, classic bestseller. A lot of people talk about it. A lot of people love it. And it was pretty nice. I did enjoy it the 2 times I used it. But I'm not going to pay that price tag for it, is the issue. Like, I enjoyed it. It was fine. But no. Also expensive was this, hard to show you. This is the Lancome. This was their triple serum, high performance anti-aging skin concentrate. As you guys can see, this had 3 different sections. So what you do, you'd rip off the top, pour all 3 of these out, mix them together, and then apply it to your face. This had 1 milliliter between all 3 of these components that you're supposed to mix, which meant it was literally a 1-use sample. Was it nice? Once it was actually mixed and you put it on your face, yes, it was quite nice. But this is, again, another really expensive serum. So, and I got literally 1 try out of it. Hard to know any long term. On a similar note, go. We had this one from Clarins. So this is their double serum-like texture. So this was actually a week supply. So in this box, there were 7 packets. There was 0.09 milliliters. And it had the same kind of concept as the Lancome, except instead of being triple, it had 2 of these that you mix together. Again, obviously, if you buy the full size, it does that pump for you, which is nicer. But this was actually quite nice. I did use it for a week, and I enjoyed it. It did make a difference on the skin in terms of my skin felt very nice and soft after I applied that serum. And I used it in the morning. So I did enjoy it. But I believe the full size of the serum does retail for like 140 bucks Canadian, which is a lot for a serum and not something that I'm willing to pay that much for. So, at least at this point in my life, at this point in my skincare, but again, nice. And if you want to splurge, go for it. It was a lovely serum. I probably enjoyed this one the most out of all of them, but it's just so expensive. I also used up this one from La Roche-Posay. This was their B5 serum. It had 3 milliliters, and that meant it started down here. Now, despite that, I think this took me like a week and a half, 2 weeks to use that 3 milliliters. So this went and went. It was good for the morning, and it was fine. La Roche-Posay does have kind of one of those unique scents. Squeaky. Yeah, I don't know what the scent is, but again, didn't super stand out. Getting into my moisturizers now. So we had a sample from Kiehl's, the Ultra Facial Cream, 3 milliliters. Used it in the morning, lasted a decent amount of time. Again, though, did it really? This seems, again, like one of those effective brands that's just not all super fancy bells and whistles. It's just, here's your basic product and you're good to go. So not the most fun, but good. I also used up this guy, and this was it. It's Panic Cats and Dogs for cute packaging, right? Small, cute, pink. Yeah. The Clinique, this was their Moisture Surge 100-hour auto replenishing hydrator. Do I know what that means? No, not necessarily. It was fine. There was 5 milliliters, 3 milliliters. 5 milliliters in here. I used it in the morning. Occasionally I used it at night to layer with sleeping mask, and it was fine. It was all right. But again, not something that's like, oh, I need to go out and buy that. I finally, to wrap this section off, I used up the Laneige lip sleeping mask in Berry. This took me like 5 months. I don't know how much is in here, but it's not much at all. And I do like this. My only problem is this. Like, I would love this mask in a squeezy tube. Can I do it? I don't know. It is like a thicker product, but oh. Berry is also quite nice. This is the second one I have used up, and I do enjoy it. But again, I do prefer like a squeezy tube, which is why I would be hesitant to go out of my way to buy like full size of something, but we'll see. I did so well in the body care section. So let's start off another of these Life brand moisturizing, hydrating foot masks. This one is the shea butter and coconut oil. The size I had on this one was large, extra large, which for women is a size 9 to 13, which not my foot size, but that's what they had in stock. But hey, it still worked. These are nice. I enjoy them. They make a big difference. I stockpiled on them a little bit, so we'll kind of keep using these guys. I used up 2 hand creams. The first one was the Fasante Brighten Up hand cream. 10 milliliters of product, which meant it started way down here. It was just a basic white color. You can't see anything, unfortunately. Had a bit of a scent I didn't like to it. I don't know what that was, but it's not a fun hand cream, and wasn't super effective, wasn't super hydrating, and I don't know what they meant by the brighten up, so no. This was my final one of these, the OPI Avo Juice. This one, though, was in jasmine, and I think this one was my favorite scent of the ones I had. Oh, it smells so good. This is how I knew I liked jasmine, which you'll see in some other products throughout my empties. These, of course, were crazy old. Like crazy old, but it still did a pretty good job. I got out as much as I could from here. Kind of a thinner consistency and formula, but still did a pretty decent job. So, yeah. Would I repurchase? Potentially. I don't know where you'd find these, but I also used up this Clarins. This is their Calm Essential Repairing Soothing Balm. This is supposed to be like a Band-Aid kind of product. It started way down here since it had 3 milliliters of product, and I still don't know how to use it, you guys. It's one of these kind of, you squeeze it and it comes out, and it's not a product I think I need. This is the Nair Leg Mask. This version is their 100% natural clay and seaweed. This is, it's green. It's thick. The packaging makes it so hard to squeeze product out. I know there's still some in here, but I'm not going to cut it open. I am done. Now, in terms of the product itself, you're supposed to wear it for maximum 10 minutes, which is what I would always do. Rinse it off in the shower, right? Great. But the problem is, it is good at removing leg hair. It's fantastic for that if you apply it properly. So you are supposed to put on, right, what is this? Smooth over dry legs with the palm of your hand. Don't rub it in. Tricky part here. Thick, even layer. So how do you get a thick, even layer that's consistent? Because basically every time I use this, when it got off, great. But there'd still be patches. It's like, well, I might as well just shave my legs and just do the traditional route. So this was a frustrating product. I would not repurchase it. I'm glad I tried it, but it's also inconvenient because you have to wait for 10 minutes before you get into the shower, and you have this product all over your legs, so it's not like you could just go do other things. So I'd rather just shave my legs. Finished off, you guys saw me haul this a couple months back. So sunscreen, Hawaiian Tropics. This is their Sheer Touch Oil-Free Sunscreen with SPF 50+, because when I do my SPF, it's a big number of the ones. Why am I doing it? And I'm sometimes bad at doing it. This one smelled really good. It still has a sunscreen scent, don't get me wrong, but it's tropical. Yeah, it's lovely. It smells good. SPF 50, easy to apply, easy to rub in and absorb, and yeah, good to go. I liked it. My husband liked it, but he's not picky with sunscreen, so I would probably repurchase this one again. We're getting into a very heavy Bath & Body Works section. It's not all Bath & Body Works, but we're going to get into the hand soaps that I have finished off. Starting off with what started in the kitchen and then moved to the bathroom because I had a day where it's like, this is very summery and I want to move into fall, and then it's like, I wanted to blow through it and get it done. But it's lovely. This is Kitchen Mandarin, which has scent notes of sparkling mandarin, fresh thyme, and cedarwood. I would buy this again, especially in this packaging. Like, very nice, very simple. You can see through it. Oh, orange smells so good, you guys. I enjoy this one. I could maybe use 1 or 2 of these a year, right? I don't want to have it all the time. But I did quite enjoy this one. So next time there's a $3 hand soap sale going on, I will repurchase this guy. And this soap was from 2022. And then this gorgeous packaging was one of my fall soaps. This is Afternoon Apple Picking. Loved this packaging. Like, this red is gorgeous. A beautiful nature scene. The apple on the side. Clear packaging. Scent notes are crisp apple, succulent pear, and cinnamon. Now, I don't smell the cinnamon. Like, I'm very sensitive to, like, the spiced scents, which is why a lot of fall scents and even winter scents I don't like, because they're too spicy or too spiced, or like too much clove, too heavy on the cinnamon. But this one is lovely. I also like Kitchen Mandarin, enjoyed it top to bottom. This particular bottle was from also 2022, and it was wonderful. You guys know from one of my recent hand soap hauls that I did repurchase this with the intent of saving it for next fall. But I kind of needed another fall soap. So we have another of the afternoon apple picking. It is currently in the ensuite bathroom, and it's down to like here. So you can tell I'm enjoying it if I'm basically using it back to back. So really enjoying this one. I still want to get my hands on Champagne Apple and Honey. I've been unsuccessful so far this fall at finding it when it's in stock on one of those really good sale days. And I'm not going to shop online because trying to get to the free shipping sometimes it's up there in price. But we'll definitely repurchase this guy again. My first Bath & Body Works scrub. This one was the Sand and Sea Salt Body Scrub in the scent Fresh Getaway. Let's start off with the formula. So again, this is the Sand and Sea Salt, which is quite exfoliating. It is like you're rubbing like a soft sand, if that makes sense. Like it still feels gritty, but it's not painful or anything along those lines. So it is a nice exfoliating factor. I thought I'd only get to be able to use it once a week, but I ended up using it about twice a week as my exfoliant. And that was lovely. Now, like a lot of people have complained about, this one is messy. The sand does kind of get everywhere, especially if you use it in the bathtub. But even in the shower, sometimes you find sand in a completely different spot than you were expecting to find it. So I do still like it. I do still think I would repurchase this formula, but I do want to try other formulas to see if I enjoy it better and if it's less messy. Now, Fresh Getaway. This is notes of bright yuzu citrus and fresh ocean air. Oh, I really enjoyed it. This was the only product I had in the scent because this one I had gotten as a gift. And this one had a date of 2021. So it was older, which is why I wanted to get this one out. Now this scrub is also on the smaller side. So it was 187 grams, which is a lot smaller than basically all the other Bath & Body Works scrubs that I have. So I don't know if they changed it, but sometime between 2021 and other times. I don't know if it's just because it's sand and sea salt. But I got through this in 1 month, which kind of surprised me with using it twice a week. So, but I did really enjoy it, and I'm loving the Bath & Body Works scrubs. Guys, I used 5 body moisturization products up this month. Now, these weren't start to finish, so we're just going to throw that out there. I didn't happen to finish all of these. So, let's start off with the one non-Bath & Body Works item first. This is something that's been hanging around in my collection for a while. The Mary Kay Mint Bliss Energizing Lotion for Feet and Legs. Every holiday season, they have a promo where for the price of buying one of these, you also get a pair of fuzzy socks. I kind of wanted the fuzzy socks and thought, I'll give it a try. No. It is obviously gone. And, there's a lot of minty. I've discovered I don't like the pepperminty, minty kind of scents, which is great to know, because I know Bath & Body Works has some classics, right? The Twisted Peppermint, for example. Now, in terms of energizing lotion for feet and legs, I don't know what's with my body, but when I put this on feet and legs, didn't notice anything. You put this on your arms, on your chest, on like your stomach area, and oh my goodness, you noticed that tingling feel, which would feel great on tired legs, but it didn't do it for me in those areas. It's like, I don't understand. So, not a big fan of how this made the rest of my body feel. So no, I'm not going to do any kind of minty products going forward in the future. But now I know. And of course this one, as you guys know, I really wanted to focus on getting out because Willow got at it. She actually punctured it. Right. I think it was here. So basically, like, you squeeze the product just through that hole. You didn't have to open the cap. So I had to get this done sooner compared to later. And it's gone. And we're done. We're good. Bath & Body Works time. Now, I used up one body lotion. So this is their 24-hour moisture body lotion in the scent Midnight Swim. These were my markings. I had one here and one here in deck of panning because this is what I was using once, twice a week when I would layer with a body oil that I'm trying to finish up in Skin is In. I went with a lotion because it's a thinner consistency. And this scent in particular was definitely on the lighter side. And it smells pretty good. You have scent notes of blue waters, beach flower, and fresh coastal air. So it is more of a fresh scent. Now, the name is interesting because the midnight suggests it would be a little bit deeper, a little bit darker, right? That's when they get into more of their sexy scents, right? Like Into the Night, for example. Which personally, I don't like. I don't like those heavier, deeper, sexier kind of scents. So I'm glad it smells like this. It's just, it feels like it doesn't quite fit, right? Midnight swim versus like afternoon swim, but midnight swim sounds better. Small, very nitpicky. And when I was using this one, it kind of also, I don't think it's a complete repackage, but it did remind me of an empty from earlier this year. Also Bath & Body Works, the Aromatherapy Sea Soul Surf, which was jasmine and eucalyptus oils. So that kind of gave me a similar scent vibe, which was very interesting. I still have another of those jasmine and eucalyptus, and I do have a body cream in Midnight Swim. But after I get through those, I'm not sure I would repurchase the scent again, especially when you can compare it to other scents that I just enjoy a lot more. It's like fruitier scents. But it was fine. I got it done, and this was a 2022 body lotion. Now into the 3 body creams. Let's start with this Afternoon Sunshine. Hyaluronic acid. This is their 24-hour moisturizing body cream. Spend the afternoon under the clouds and in the sun with this uplifting fragrance, according to the little story right up here. Packaging, meh, it's fine. I had bought this one, and the next one, and a whole bunch of ones from my collection when I was just getting started with Bath & Body Works. And it's like, if I smelt it, I'm like, yeah, I kind of like that. I bought it, right? Same thing happened with Midnight Swim. I am getting much more particular now about the scents, and this is not one I would repurchase again. And in fact, if I had purchased this more recently, I probably would have returned it if I could have. I mean, Bath & Body Works is super generous about their return policies, which is great, but yeah. It sounds so good, right? Golden peaches, Honeycrisp apple, white woods. But all I smell out of this is the white woods, I think. I don't know. I don't get any fruit. Even though there's 2 fruity scent notes. This is a no. These kinds of products are a no. It's just no. Very descriptive, I know, but yeah. I did not enjoy this. Now, I did track uses, and I believe this one took me 13 uses to go through, which is kind of my running kind of total to get us started. But yeah, it's... Nah. Some of the most beautiful packaging, you guys. It kind of hurt me to cut this one open. This is Sunset Glow. This was, this one was a 2022 for Afternoon Sunshine. And Sunset Glow is hard to read in the packaging. Also a 2022. This guy, fresh coconut, sparkling cherry seltzer, dreamy moonflower, caramelized vanilla. I don't know what I smell. I don't smell any of these notes individually. But I enjoyed it. Now, as you guys can see, this was yellow, very neon yellow, which, this was the first, super yellow product from Bath & Body Works I used, and again, it's probably because of that caramelized vanilla note. Vanilla does tend to get very yellow very quickly. But it was fine. I got it used up. I took this one traveling, so this was before I started tracking uses on it. And I've heard it is a dupe for the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Boom Boom Cream, which maybe it could be, honestly. But I didn't like the body cream in that. But I do like the Fine Fragrance Mist. Now, would I repurchase Sunset Glow? Now, first off, I believe this is a discontinued fragrance, so this may be a completely moot point. But if it has super stunning packaging, and of course, 75% off, because that's basically the only price I buy stuff at with Bath & Body Works, especially for these kind of things. Maximum I'll pay is $5.95 Canadian. I might. I might repurchase. But I'd want to use it right away because, again, that vanilla note. But this packaging, the sparkles at the top. Love it. One of the most beautiful ones that they've done. The last one. This one I got as a gift. This is Strawberry Pound Cake. This one is a 2021 body cream. And it's fascinating. Fascinating. Okay, so the notes, if you're not familiar with this, one of like the big hyped ones. This is fresh strawberries, golden shortcake, and whipped cream. Obviously, I used it all up. This one was also very, very yellow. The whipped cream note, I assume. And I got it as a gift, so I would have not purchased this for myself. And in here, all I could smell is all I could smell is that golden shortcake note. But when I put it on my body, then what I could smell is just the strawberries and whipped cream note. Like there may have been a little bit of that golden shortcake altering it up just a little bit. But I actually enjoyed this much more than I thought I would. I looked forward to using it. This packaging is very simple, but it's got this nice little texture on it. And I enjoyed it. Now, would I buy it again? I think it's in a similar boat with Sunset Glow. Where again, 75% off at a semi-annual sale? Potentially. But here's the caveat to all of that. I loved this because, well, didn't love it. I really enjoyed it because it did smell like strawberries and whipped cream. Which kind of reminds me of strawberry snowflakes. Which also is strawberries, whipped cream, and is it iced bergamot, I think, are the scent notes for that one. I'm just like, well, why don't I just buy strawberry snowflakes? Like, what would be the point of this one if I don't particularly like that golden shortcake note? And as long as that doesn't become super prominent, because then this is very kind of like heavy gourmand kind of thing, which is not my personal preference. So I'm kind of all over the place with Strawberry Pound Cake. So I enjoyed it, not for the reasons that people generally enjoy it. So I don't know if that was unique to the 2021 formulation or what, but I got it done and I enjoyed it much more than I thought I would. And to round out the body care, we have a very old. This is the Voya. This is their Nourishing Body Oil in Lime and Mandarin. You can see a tiny little bit down the bottom, so you can see that color that I couldn't get out of the bottle. My husband bought a set of some skincare, body care kind of stuff when we were on our honeymoon, which was back in 2018. And this has a 6-month shelf life after opening. It was fine. It was fine. Nothing bad happened. Got it used up. It started, the line's basically gone, but started right there. Got it finished off. I was pairing this one with Midnight Swim. The lime and mandarin, so good for a scent. But and this is probably because of the age of this product. Yeah, when you put it on, if you're familiar with like the Coke bottle gummy candy, that's what it smells like. And yeah, it's not like it's a bad scent. It's not lime and mandarin, but it was hilarious. But again, it was a super old one. It was enjoyable. But I am moving away from body oils. I'm trying to get them completely out of my collection because I'd rather just use a body cream. I enjoy that so much more. And finally, let's talk makeup. First, this eyeliner from Pixi. This was like their 24 karat silky smooth eyeliner pencil. It was gold. I used it in the waterline. It was fine. Gold is not something I'm going to use going forward, so I will pass on any future ones I get. But yeah, it was fine. Got used up. I tried it. 2 lip products I used up. Starting off with the Bourjois. This was their Rouge Velvet, the lipstick in shade number 13. I just had a tiny little bit of it left. There is the color there. And the reason I was trying to use it up is because the lipstick does fall out. As you guys can see, there's still a lot of lipstick left. But I'm not I'm not going to bother. I don't want to turn it into a cream blush. I think that would be too dark for me anyway. This has been open for over a year at this point, and I've got so many other lip products. But this I got on clear out, so I don't think this exists anymore, or it's harder to find. I don't know what happened with it, but I did enjoy it. Although I think as it's been open for past that year point, which is normally the expiration date on these lipsticks anyway, it did feel a little bit more drying on the lips. Another super old, probably discontinued item. This is the Maybelline, what is this? Color Blur Creamy Matte Pencil in 15 Berry Misbehaved. This was I just got it on me. You can see kind of the color there. It was very bright pink fuchsia, it was a lot. It was a very summer bright look. My favorite memory with this pencil, and I did talk about it when I rolled it into a project, it was lip service, is I wore it to one of my part-time jobs a very long time ago, too long ago that I want to admit for age of the pencil. And someone asked me if this was candy venom that I was wearing on my lips. I don't know what candy venom, what brand that belongs to, but it was like a higher end lip product. It's like, no, it's Maybelline. So it's a very nice memory, but yeah, they're fine. Got it done. This one was pretty long wearing, especially compared to the previous one I used up in, what was it? I liked mauve it, but yeah. And the very last item to round out the empties, the House Laboratories. So this is like the original House Laboratories. This is their Glam Attack Liquid Shimmer Powder in the shade Aphrodite. This was beautiful. I loved it. I took the stopper out. I would use it all over the lid. It was gorgeous. It was drying out. I used it as a topper. And it took a very long time to finish it, but it is now done. And I'm a little bit sad because, again, this color was gorgeous, but it's also exciting to get a whole liquid eyeshadow. There we go. Liquid eyeshadow out of the project. Now it's time to talk about some numbers. So obviously, if you're still here, thank you so much. This was a ton of stuff that I have finished off over the last month with my little mini reviews along the way. This table, again, if we're calculating Canadian prices, full retail prices, so no sale prices, no Boxycharm prices. On the samples, we're calculating based on the full size, again, our dollar values there. If we do all that, this table is currently worth $494.01, which brings our not quite yearly total, because this does go back starting in December of last year when I started my channel. But it's a milestone, you guys, because we have just crossed the $5,000 mark. Because now I'm currently sitting at $5,004.41. It's insanity. It's insanity. But again, some of these things are just so expensive, and you never would pay regular price, right? $16.50 for one of these? No, never. I had 3 of them. So that number gets up there pretty quickly. At the end of the day, I am getting use out of my collection. I am moving through a lot of product in a variety of categories. And that just makes me so excited to get my money's worth. And again, Boxycharm is a great way to experiment, to try stuff, to pass things along that I didn't like, but to those bragging rights, right? $5,000. Oh my goodness. Mind blown. My mind is blown every single month when I do these calculations and when I come on here to tell you guys. But that is it. We have finally reached the end of this Empties video. So thank you so much. If you're still here, I know these videos are crazy long because of all those little mini reviews that I try to do. So hopefully those are helpful to you. Let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments below. And of course, I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video very soon. Have a wonderful day.